Witching Hours with Nina
and Miranda.
And this week's episode, we're going to talk about road opening. If you don't know what that is, it is basically clearing out the space of your destiny. Like, imagine your life is a road, and sometimes you can see clearly for miles, and sometimes somebody scattered like boulders or put gates and thick fog across your path. And road opening is a spiritual practice to remove obstacles. And so that opportunities can flow naturally into your life again. And you can actually stop somebody's or block somebody's road. Okay. So if you feel like things are kind of at a standstill, things are not working out for you, more likely something's happened, either energetic, because it's not always witchcraft. Sometimes it's just intention and ugly, you know, or sometimes you do it to yourself. Somebody commented
Oh, yeah. So Susie put a bunch of hearts. Sorry, Susie. That was attractive, wasn't it?
Heart, both have it.
And time to relax. Said, hey, ladies. So, okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't force like specific outcomes or anything like that, but what it does, it just allows everything, it clears the path so things can run through. So like anything you want to add to that?
So yes, I will tell you if you notice that your candles are not burning nicely, the spells that you're doing are not really coming through, I would honestly say, hey, you need to redo that candle and get an Abre Camino candle. Now,
Abre Camino is road opening.
yes, sorry. Okay, guys. Okay. So, with that being said,
Hold on, let me get some cards out first. I just kind of, you know, it's the 4th of July. We just had the strawberry moon. You know,
We're
going to Mercury retrograde for God knows how long. Okay.
I need to see you said this morning. You guys just hang in. It's only 3 weeks. We've almost got this. If your night was anything like ours, oh my goodness, I light some copal, babies. Light some copal, plant yourself, and don't go outside. I'm just kidding.
Okay, remember, you guys pick your number 1, 2, or 3, please. Okay. That's for 1.
That almost flipped. I was like,
You know, it almost flipped.
oh,
Oh, that one has extras. We got a little story coming in for the number 2s.
oh,
This is 3. That's 2. And just get us started on, you know, whatever track we're coming in on. And number 3. Okay. So hopefully you guys got your numbers already, and no cheating, y'all.
yeah.
No cheating. Okay. So right before I get started, I'm gonna let you guys know that anybody watching this live today is going to be included in our road opening. We will put your name and we're doing a road opening spell with candles in order to just kind of open our own roads and whoever else is watching right now. So use this time to get your friends on, make sure that, you know, the people you know are on so that we can get your guys' names on here. I will have you guys put your names in the comments so we can see that quickly and clearly. And here we go with number 1. So number 1, no matter what you're going through, there's new opportunities coming your way because you're attracting health, wealth, and luck. Okay? Yes, health, wealth, and luck. I'm seeing an emotional renewal. So this feels like, you know, happiness, joy, finally peace coming in, and this is because you've worked hard to get this. And some of you might be even frightened or feel like, okay, now what do I do? Because there's no more trauma and I don't know how to feel safe in peace. That's what you gotta work on, feeling safe in peace, guys. So that's number 1. Okay, number 2, like this is the story of a man named Brady. Okay. I feel like this is for our relationshipers.
I'm just kidding.
There's a lot of relationships that are being attacked right now, and this is attacked with frustration, non-communication, arguing, fighting, controlling, and different things like that. And I am saying that this is something that's been continual in your relationship. This is something that neither one of you guys are trying to overcome. So what I'm seeing here is to save face, and let's just look at what you need to do to get out of this relationship, because I don't see it working for you, okay? Now you don't want to see.
I was like,
She is a cheater. I am seeing you guys as a Lone Ranger, but also Lone Ranger doesn't mean that this is forever breakup. You might need some separation time to gather yourself and work on you, recuperate, rejuvenate your energies, and just be mindful of your children. If there's children involved, you guys can't both get back on. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys have a plan with that, and your adults make it work. And I'm not saying a relationship, but make the whatever it is you guys are going into work. Okay, number 3. There's a lot of people that feel if you pick number 3, you're having issues with, I'm not going to say confidence, but it's more of the self-love. You're doing everything right, you're walking your path, you're meditating, you're doing things that make you happy, but you're still feeling like you're not happy. Okay? And what I'm seeing here is it's time to go a little bit deeper into some of the traumas that have gotten you there, because a lot of you buried them underneath. And just know that this not feeling happy is because there's a deeper type of healing that needs to come in. Also, remember, the weight of the world is huge, and this is for all you empaths, you guys. If you chose to be free and you're not happy, you're doing everything right, make sure that you are protecting yourself from outside energies, outside emotions, because the energy of the world is very heavy right now, and you don't want to be taking that in and thinking that you're some kind of depressed or something, something isn't right, and it's keeping you from your own happiness. Okay? And so that is what I have for number 3, y'all.
that was good.
All right, I might want to get the road opening going, and then we'll start explaining stuff afterwards. So who's on?
So we've got Susie on, and I forget, I'm trying to relax Susie.
You guys put your names, comment your names, please, the first name, so we can put you in the road opener.
As well as your date of birth, if you were released, or that information, it just locks you in. So I will tell people, if things are not going your way, a lot of times your paths are closed. Now, how do we open our paths, you guys? We can do it with the cleanse. We can do it with one of these candles. I often tell people if things are really, really rough. Oh, it's Tasha. Hi, Tasha. Now I remember. My bad. Hi, Jen.
Hi, guys.
All right.
So
I'm sorry, Tasha. I don't mean to.
it's okay. It's okay. She understands, and she's so understanding. I love her. Tasha's awesome. So if you want to get started on the
Okay. Okay, so you talk for a minute, and I will just put their names on it.
All right, she's gonna go ahead and start putting your names in.
So guys, this is the candle that we're doing. There is a prayer on the back. The prayer is done in English and in Spanish.
Want to say it? Or whatever you usually say.
So yeah, I normally do that. I would do that. We also have the door open. So you guys comment, which one do you want? You want your doors open, or do you want to open the roads? Kind of the same thing.
I say go for the road. The road is bigger.
The road is bigger.
Yeah, let's go for the road.
I'm gonna do the road.
Yeah.
The road goes more places.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So we're gonna use this one. It's traditional for these candles to kind of look multicolored. This is because these candles touch on everything. We're touching on prosperity, love, health, money, good luck, happiness, all the things you can think of, every path that you're walking, this is what it's touching on. Now, So those of you that sent me your name and date of birth, I'll go ahead and write them on the candle here.
Okay. We just got a new subscriber too. Shell out. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
Please put your name in the comments so we can add you to our road opening spell.
Or if you have our numbers, send it to us directly.
That's my sister.
Oh, hi! How did you see we have a new subscriber?
Because I just got a notification on my phone. Yeah. Okay, so some signs that you might need to seek road opening is if you're noticing patterns, and it's always gonna come in patterns, you guys. Like everything seems to delay, the simple things even. Like it just is like nothing is working out. But don't confuse that with like, okay, I lost my keys and now I can't take off, because sometimes that's like an intervention. So this is something that's consistent, you guys, that it feels like in more than one area of your life, when even the simple things are being delayed. Job opportunities are disappearing at the last minute. Financial struggles just continue despite, like, you're working on your hours, you're putting on your money, and nothing's changed, but your money's not lasting. You feel stuck no matter how much effort you put in. And this is for number 2 too, the stuff in your relationships. You experience constant bad or unexpected setbacks. Creative inspiration is completely dried up, and everyone feels like it's closing all at once. Sometimes these challenges have practical causes, but sometimes, it's deeper than that. It's a spiritual component that is actually stopping these things from coming to you. And a lot of this can be from jealousy, bad energy. Maybe you crossed into some bad energies, somewhere. You closing your own doors by, being negative or talking bad over yourself.
That is a very good one. I feel like you guys, we always say here in the shop, I know I've heard you say it, I've said it, Jeanette said it, Cece said it, we all say it in the shop. You guys, words are powerful, words are affirmations. You are taking that in, and I was always taught when it comes to talking about yourself, your spirit doesn't know that your spirit is saying, hey, I guess she just called me stupid, so I'm stupid. Or, you're not. You're not. We don't need to have that negativity in our life. We may have done something not smart, but that does not mean you're not smart. Okay, sorry. A lot of cultures, have different explanations for why your roof closed. Or blocked, and some believe that negative energy accumulates over time, which I feel like that is true. Just your daily life, your daily routine, that's why I do feel like it is necessary to get regular cleanses and things like that, because that can affect your road to your destiny, Others believe it comes from envy or the evil eye, and it's created by spiritual heaviness, which I find both of those to be true as well. And some actually have like ancestral patterns that repeat through generations. So this can also be a generational thing. Guys, like the curse of poverty in generation, that is definitely something that a lot of people have a hard time overcoming. Also, fear, trauma, limiting beliefs can cause energetic roadblocks in your erratic and energetic system. So anybody that does Reiki, that these things that come in, it can block your what do you call it? Not lines, but chakras. Not chakras, it's auras. Like, there's another word for all the lines that go through. Oh, medians. Medians, there you go. Okay. So, right. So, fear, trauma, those things can cause you to have roadblocks as well. In like the Hu tradition, some people believe that cross conditions or spiritual obstacles interfere with your progress, or they're to interfere with your progress. So any type of crossing where that's what happened, crossing power. People have crossed you. Crossings. if you guys are okay with that,
Another
in
episode.
another episode.
And then some just see the stagnant energy that needs to move. And pure and simple. But we do have different rituals, you know that. That we do. But some superstitions, that come in believe like, and I've seen it, so I don't want to call it superstition, you know, but for people that are non-believers or don't see how magic works or how energy works,
I was gonna say, use the word energy.
it, like immediately after you do a road opening spell, you will see the opportunities and doors open, you know, and those situations that don't serve you will start to fall away like quickly, and you'll see that people will leave your life, you know, things like that. And this is all stuff that happens anytime you set boundaries, do a road opening spell, or anything that's gonna benefit you in a positive way. You might even have, some people believe you have emotional releases when you do a road opener. And it's because you are clearing out the open. When I say emotional release, this is from pent-up trauma, pent-up abuse, or anything that is in your body, in your soul, your energy that is limiting you, you know, due to trauma. So then you all of a sudden have a breakdown or cry or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then usually afterwards too, I noticed that most people will just have motivation to get up. You have to do things, be energetic, like, you know, you feel like you just
Like that
just
was bottom sense.
oh yes.
I love thinking of that.
I like it too. If you guys haven't heard the story before, we went to do a fast cleansing, and there was an older gentleman, and his family was worried because, like, he just wasn't interested in life.
Yeah.
And it was from the heaviness in the house, you know, it was looking down. And there was some spiritual stuff going on there too. But, like, he wouldn't go outside, he wouldn't go for walks, he didn't do a lot of the things that he normally would. So I told him, hey, I said, go, I'm going to have you stand up and, you know, we're going to cleanse you. So we gave him a cleanse, and right after he was like, ooh, and he started dancing. Like, he started dancing.
It made me so happy.
And he was just like, he needed that movement of energy within his body in order to feel better. And right when you know,
Yeah, and then they were messaging us later, like, oh, thank you so much. He's dancing. He's listening to music. You know, he's in there coloring with the kids, like, and this man had literally given up on life. So you guys, cleanses are important.
yep, it definitely is.
And a lot of times, cleanses I'll combine it with this too, depending on what's closed. You want your jaw. My candles are a little bit different, but these are basic.
Did you get everybody's name?
As far as I know, yes. Yep, as far as I know. I got everybody. Where's the plate? I know. So I got it.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Did you need a burn anything?
No, I don't have to. Okay.
Okay, yeah, so, you know, those are just some of the things that come in with that. Like, a lot of people have never heard of this before, so it's like, okay, what the heck does that mean? You know, and it's just basically a thing of opportunities to, like, you know, for a person, that being a family, and different things like that.
Sissy, what do you include in this?
Okay.
You don't want to put your name on here? Okay, so are you sure? I can put your name on here. How many names?
I was like, I already got the I was clear.
Like, I go home and I deal with everything that was supposed to.
Okay, so,
So a lot of these actually have a prayer in them that are done. If you are kind of wise to some of this, we'll go ahead and do this one first, and then we'll talk more in depth about the other ones, okay? This one says, I invoke the power of 4 elements, water, earth, wind, and fire, to come to me and clear any obstacles that get in my way. Open waters break barriers with mountains, that I always have more, but not be defeated by it. Wind carry with firm, consistent, but safely. My wishes where I go, doors will open, and all my wishes granted to me. That the wishes, that the wise teachers walk with me on my progress through life and guide me, and that nothing, absolutely nothing, interfere with my needs and or my person. Water, earth, wind, and fire, and your guardians. Do you guys think your guardians knows? I don't think I say all this. Think of your guardians, you guys. Think of the spirits you work with, your deities. Think of your paths. So many auspicious energy out there. Come and open our roads. Ache. You guys can say some let it be. So it is. You guys can also say amen. Amen. Yeah, because what is spiritual word? You guys. It's whatever you find to seal the deal. Right. Seal the deal. I like that. Yeah. So, are you? Yeah, I can talk about this. Okay, guys. So say that you want to do a bath with your candle. We actually carry road opening herb. This herb you can use as a spiritual bath. If you guys are interested, I also prepare spiritual baths. So if you want to come in and just have it prepared and then you go home and cleanse yourself, I can do that. But we also sell the herb here. Now, there's a difference too because we also have. We also have Ave Camino, which translates over to the same thing. And this is the holy wood that it is. Okay, so we have herb and holy wood. Now, people will ask, well, what's the difference? One part is the actual plant, the other part is the stem. And depending on what you grab from, there are female parts, male parts. It's like a whole big thing that you go into. Either or will work, you guys. It is definitely fine. When you can burn easier, when you can bathe in, you can bathe in this as well. Now, this is an Ave Camino candle that we did light. We do have a specially crafted one here that our Reiki master works here. If you haven't been to Lori, check her out. Her Reiki is phenomenal. I have been to at least 2 other different Reiki people in prior to coming to Lori. And I will tell you, the energy work that she does is completely amazing. You can definitely tell the difference. So she does craft these candles herself, and these ones are her road opening candles. As you can see, she also does a little bit of the herb. They smell great. They're more budget friendly than the bigger ones, but it's kind of handmade. Yeah, and they're handmade. You guys, it depends on the job. Like, what are you striving for? I will tell you, there's one thing that I've always been taught. Don't skimp on spiritual stuff. Now, I'm not saying that because you want to take money or nothing. I'm telling you that because that's what I've been taught. If you can afford it, that's fine. Do what you can afford. That you're still coming out of pocket. You're still putting your love into it. You're still doing that. The same with your spiritual. Basically sacrifice. Yes. You know, don't barter with your spiritual workers. If you tell us you're going through a hard time, we decide to help you. That's one thing. But don't constantly barter with your spiritual workers. Do not barter the work down because you're bartering down what is being done. Okay. Now, this one, abre puertas, door opener. Now, this is somewhat similar, okay, and it's going to cover the same things: wealth, money, success. You're exiting things out of your life. You know, this one's going to hit more close to home. Now, if you're trying to move shit out of your house, then this is definitely what you want to do. Trying to move stuff out of your business, definitely what you want to do. Trying to move things out of your way in your job, you definitely want to do something like this. So, with Santeria, and I think I've covered this before, but I'm going to do a quick recover. If you guys have more questions about it later, you can always hit me up later. You can go on our Gmail, which is
The Witching Hour, AASA@gmail.com.
She knows that because I screwed up. If you've ever seen any of my videos, you guys know that. Hit us up there. And we are more than happy to answer your questions. Now, with somebody, we're taught in Iguan, who protects our head, is the one who opens the paths. Now, these are when you need keys to be opening your doors. These are when you need all of these things so people will leave offerings to him. Now, when they were coming over and they couldn't openly worship their deities without being punished for it, a lot of them found that there are Catholic saints that are similar to those deities. Now, if you can't get you in a blood candle, go ahead and do one of these Santa Niño de Atocha. He is a holy child of Atocha. Now, I have some in the shop that are specially prepared. Yes, these ones are a little bit less basic. Now, they also have a prayer on the back of them. These ones you can use to protect your children, but we can also use these to open our paths, open our roads. We're petitioning them. We're asking them, please remove these blocks. You know, we can't be held down anymore. If I want this job, let's open it. You know, if we want this new house, let's open it. We need this money. All right, let's open our paths and then light a money candle. The same. If you're noticing stagnation, you want to clear your path, guys. Now, I do make a custom one. Many of you guys do know I work not just with Maria or Espiritismo, which stuff. I also work with something like that. Now, this is a special candle that I have especially crafted for working with the something like that. A lot of people are not comfortable with that, so that's why we have different varieties here. Now, this green one that I sell here is a road opener candle, and it does tell you towards the bottom that this candle is for opening roads. I will tell you I use this one a lot of times too for people that are going to work. This is the other one that I often refer them to if they don't have a problem working with this one, because I will light her and she will open your roads, your paths. I also prepare a special bath that is done with her. So, you guys, if you're interested, hit your girl up. If you have questions, ask questions. We don't know everything, and we're here to show you the right way.
Yeah. And we're here to show you what we do know. Also, I've had people that will like to keep the roads open, like put an egg in the plant by the door. And there's something else that they put in the plant too, and I can't remember if it's like an onion or what. I can't remember. I believe it's an onion. You put it in your plant, and you put it by the door, and the intention there is to keep the roads open. So, and the reason why it's by your front door is because most things that come into our house and it causes loss is coming from people that you let come into your home, even in your family. So just keep that in mind, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. I will say that it's probably garlic. I know. Garlic and garlic. Or rice. Yeah. My friend actually, when she feels stagnation, and when she's from, I can't remember what island you're from, but I don't know. Don't shoot me. I'm sorry. But she does the rice stretch. She'll go through the house and she'll spread the rice and she'll sweep it out. You guys, don't forget we have hoodoo rice, and we can do the same thing with hoodoo rice in our homes. It's already spiritually crafted.
And so I want to go back to keeping the roads open. So after we do this, you need to make sure that you are doing some of these things to help it along, because you still have to do your part. Okay? And so one of them is like not keeping promises that you've made to yourself. This is going to shut it down real quick. Any work that we've done will get shut down because you're not keeping the promises you made to yourself, or not putting the work into reach your goal. Taking the steps you need and just thinking that it's going to fall into your lap. Unresolved behaviors or family patterns that you continue to do, like
You're hooking up with the wrong people.
with the wrong people. Definitely holding on to resentment,
And anger.
and holding grudges. it is really hard to keep a road opener with somebody who has blocks within themselves, okay? I'm just telling you that right now, and that is what all this shit has. It's blocking yourself from your own blessings, so it is not worth it to hold a grudge. It's not worth it to hold resentment or anything like that. You know, it weighs heavy on your emotional and spiritual being. You know, it's crazy. Ignore your intuition. So ignore your intuition when you feel like things